National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi has dealt politicians allied to Deputy President William Ruto a blow when he ruled out Parliament as a route for the Building Bridges Initiative report, giving the strongest indication yet that the document will be subjected to a referendum. Following the report's launch on Wednesday, politicians allied to Deputy President William Ruto have rooted for a parliamentary process, while those who support Orange Democratic Movement leader Raila Odinga have called for a referendum. Speaking during a church fundraising meeting in Uriri constituency, Migori, Muturi said the report belonged to the people who must have a say on its implementation. Listen in.
Ukweli ni kwamba ripoti ambayo imetoka kwa wazee hiyo it belongs there. It has no way of coming to parliament. Wacha ikae pahali ko. So unajua kuja bunge lazima John anaweza kuambia I must approve. Sasa kama mimi nimwambia haina jia, sasa hii mwingine si mambo Kwa hivyo ikae huko hiyo na watu waendelee kuisoma na kuishambua kuangalia ni nini kizuri ambacho, kwa sababu what brought the two leaders together was the need to create harmony in the country, inclusivity.
All right, there is a pronouncement by Justin Muturi, and this is what is also headlining the front page of the Daily Nation this morning. You can grab it. So what does it portend as far as this debate is concerned? Has he now given a trajectory as far as the BBI report is concerned, that yes, we will not have a parliamentary way, but the referendum way? Right? We want to listen in to our guest this morning. And we have with us Achilo Ayako, who is a senator of Migori. We have also Kongo Mogini, who is a senator of Nyamira. We are joined this morning also by Gladys Bose Shole, a woman rep Western Gishu County. Also, we are joined by Mithika Linturi, Senator Meru, and also Haman Manyora, who is our resident analyst. Also, we're eagerly waiting for Alice Wahome to join us much later as a member of parliament for Kandara. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so looking at the front page of the Daily Nation this morning, I hope I actually put it on the screen there. This is BBI blow for Ruto as Speaker rules out Parliament. This is his pronouncement. Let's get the reactions. And I think Okongo Mogini and Achilo Ayako, you were yesterday on the ground. You can look that what he say is true. And first of all, did you have any inkling that the Speaker will actually be pronouncing this? Because listening to that particular bite, it seems that he was invited over a while ago, and he was actually commenting on you inviting him on the 1st of December. Let's just begin with you and Achilo Ayako. You're the people now who invited the Speaker. Did this really come from the left side, or you anticipated this?
I think first, you can see the fruits of the handshake. For the doubting Thomases, you can see that the country is now united. Yesterday, I was in Migori County with the Speaker Muturi, and we were heartily welcomed by the people of Migori County. So I think for those who thought that BBI was not a road that was meant to unite this country, there is now clear evidence that really if we fully implement the proposals in that report, we can have a unified country. And I think I also read a clip that my good friend, the Senate Majority Leader, was in Bondo conducting an Arabe. So I think for those who keep rubbishing the initiative by the former Prime Minister and Uhuru Kenyatta, they can see the fruits. As pertains the event in Migori, as you heard the Speaker say, this is something we had discussed with him a while ago, and he told me he had been invited to Migori, I believe by my good friend here, Senator for Migori, and he had requested me to accompany him. So it's an event that was planned a long while ago.
Yes.
But I think the comments, really, you don't need to prepare a Speaker of the National Assembly and what pronouncements he needs to make. I think he made the pronouncements as a Kenyan, as a Speaker of the National Assembly, and those are his views. And I think what he's telling the people is that BBI will not literally be carried to Parliament for debate. BBI is a report, as the President ably put it, that will be given to the people of Kenya, and then we debate. And I think that's a good proposal, because the BBI report, I've read it, is not very prescriptive. Like when it tells you that Kenyans want a lean government, I mean, that's a very broad statement. Now it's upon Kenyans to make proposals on how do we arrive at that lean government. Do we need to look at the people we have in the nation, in the assemblies, the nominated MCAs? How do we reduce that? When it tells you that there is a lot of overlaps in functionalities of various offices, maybe they are talking about the functions of the DCI, functions of Office of EACC. So I think those are things that should go to the people. We debate, and if we arrive at a conclusion that those issues touch what is envisaged in Article 255, then we go to the referendum. But I think you also made comments that there are issues that don't need to go to the referendum. For example, if we want to make the wealth declarations forms public, honestly, we all know we don't need to go to a referendum to effect changes to the Public Office Ethics Act so that we make those declarations public. If you want to give tax holiday to our youth, you don't need a referendum. You just need to make amendments to the tax laws, and then the youth can enjoy. So I think we need to draw the line, that there are things that we can deal with as parliamentarians, and there are things that we must take to the people and enact them through a constitutional amendment, which may require referendum.
All right, let's hear from Achila Yako. Did that in any way surprise you?
Well, I did not expect the Speaker to speak about it. In other words, there was no earlier preparation for that kind of intervention. But BBI is a topical issue. Leadership is about seizing the moment and making remarks or appropriate comments on topical issues. My take is that the Speaker was saying the report was initiated by the President and his brother Raila Amolo Odinga, and the initiators of the report decided to take it out there to the people so that the people would give a feedback on the report. So the report is out there, being the people reading it, and they're expected to make their observations about it. Now, as far as the Speaker and in my own view is concerned, the report is an attempt at actualizing the people's sovereignty when it comes to determining what they want. And since that appears to have been the chosen path by the two leaders, the Speaker rightly said that as long as it's out there, the two leaders will find, together with other concerned Kenyans, a method of actualizing the report. There is the possibility of matters that purely belong to the people under the Constitution be taking the route of the referendum.
Thank you.
And matters that are parliamentary also being dealt with by Parliament. For instance, what my brother Omogeni has observed, there are matters that are purely policy or belonging to lesser pieces of legislation that will be done by Parliament. But the core desire for change should be owned by the people, because actually the people are the owners of Kenya, both in terms of the resources for implementation and the legislations affecting them.
For your assessment, what do you support? Do you support also the referendum way, or you support the parliamentary way?
I support the referendum way when it comes to effecting fundamental changes in this country.
We're just talking about the BBI as an entire report.
The BBI as a report is not supposed to be debated in vain. For instance, if you look at Article 255 and you look at it keenly, you will find that matters that affect the mandate of Parliament will go to the referendum. If you want to introduce ministerial responsibility for parliamentarians, it's the public to decide. You can't decide is at Parliament. We might take over all the responsibility, including being judges.
All right, so what do you make about that pronouncement by the Speaker when he says that
it is absolutely right?
The people?
The people are bigger than institutions that they have set. It is absolutely right. The report belongs to the people,
Thank you.
and it must follow that route.